welcome to another video on the JV and Millie channel. Today we're going to be doing another one of our Scooby top 10s, and today's, and I hope I'm going to meet JB's criteria with this, is our top 10 Scooby villains that give us that Halloween feel.
Yeah, so I guess once again, thank you so much for the amazing support on the last two top 10 lists that we did. They're just going so well at the moment that we're just trying to give as many people as much content that they want to see as possible. So if you do want to see those types of videos, we do have two of us on the channel that you can watch. So just to kick us off, I want to again preface my criteria. So I'm going to be judging these monsters on three main criteria. The third is the Halloween factor, so how much they fit in with the theme of Halloween and how Halloweeny their either motives or costume are. The second is fear factor, and that's how creepy they are as, I guess, threats to Mystery Inc. And the first is how much that I enjoy, just not the episode, because we already did the episode list, but how much I enjoy their involvement within the episode, I guess.
See, honestly, your criteria is so deep. Mine's literally just either I get a Halloween feel or I want to dress up as them for Halloween.
Ooh, is Daphne on there?
No.
Okay.
Right, well, we're going to start off with I guess, if it's your first time watching this, just to explain the top 10, this is going to be my top 5 and JB's top 5. So ultimately, it could equal a top 10 if we disagree on almost everything,
Ooh.
Which tends to be the case.
For the last, let me point out, for the last two lists, we've both had the same number 2 each time. So who knows if that will continue or change.
But that's the only thing we've ever agreed on. Okay, so I'm starting off with my number 5, which is just one that I think would be a great Halloween costume. And we see it in Trick or Treat, and that's the Ghost Clown.
Ooh, okay, yeah. No, I do like that a lot.
They're not inherently Halloween based, but I think they would make a great Halloween costume, and then Trick or Treat kind of made that transition that validated it as a Halloween choice.
And obviously, the clown phobia is one of the most common phobias. There's a special word for it, but I don't know it. But no, I like that a lot. My number 5 is the Headless Horseman. So I absolutely think that they nail the Halloween factor. There's rarely a villain that'll be more Halloweeny than the Headless Horseman, especially with their pumpkin head. For me, it's just, I don't think they're particularly scary, and their episode didn't make it into my top 5 list. So it's one of the best ones for Halloween, is what I think of really when I think about Scooby-Doo Halloween, but I'm just not really into much of what else they're about. But yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so moving on to our number 4s, and ultimately mine, again, there's a theme emerging here. I think without Trick or Treat, this wouldn't have made it to my top 5. But Daphne as the space kook really validated this again in my head. I think the space kook, their kind of sinister laugh and everything, certainly gives me that spook factor.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna let you off with them because I feel like you may have done what I did, in your opinion, with 2002, the first one, making it a bit just what's creepy instead of what's Halloweeny. But like you say, they're for 5th and 4th, not, second, first. So,
and Trick or Treat validated it. They were there for both.
Yeah, and well, actually, yeah, you're absolutely right in saying that now both of those villains have been featured in a Scooby Halloween movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that makes sense. You know what? I did not think about that when making my list, but that's something new for me to think about. So,
Your
my
4th place.
and you can make me choose between one, because this is a group, but I chose the monster versions of Mystery Inc. from Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo. Now, I don't initially have one that sticks out to me as being the scariest,
but
as a collective, I think they're pretty good. Now, in terms of Halloween factor, it's kind of average, because for all they were featured in a Halloween Scooby movie, nothing about them screams Halloweeny. But actually, I think the fear factor is there, especially with them being a group. They're quite zombie-like. They look more like the zombies from Zombie Island than the Return to Zombie Island zombies. That's the kind of thing that gets me. So that's that. And of course, I love the Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo movie. So yeah, the Monster Inc. Crew. Yeah, they're my number 4th place. I love them all.
Okay, so on to our top 3. So in 3rd place, I do not believe this to be a Halloween movie in the slightest. However, I think this would make a great Halloween outfit, and ghosts are quite canonic. What's the word?
Synonymous.
That one with Halloween, and so to that end, the Lunar Ghost is my number 3.
We have the same number 3.
No way.
Yeah, the Lunar Ghost is genuinely my number 3 because, like you say, I mean, I would argue that they're more Halloween-y than people give it credit for because, again, a lot of the aspects of the Lunar Ghost costume is borrowed and inspired by clowns. Like, it's got the kind of frilliness and the buttons, and I think it is described as like a Harley Quinn demon. So, yeah, it's literally a ghost clown, but looks more like what you'd expect from a ghost clown as opposed to here's a clown that acts a bit creepy. So yeah, Lunar Ghost number 3. And fear factor is there. No matter what people say, that is one creepy costume, creepy laugh, and the enjoyment. Like, not only do I love the movie, but the scene in and of itself is just S-tier. Yeah, it's great. It's great stuff.
Okay, so let's see if we agree on a top 2, and I really feel like we haven't. Now, this will be the first time we've not agreed on 2nd place, but my 2nd place is Sarah Ravencroft. Like, for me, you can't doubt Witch's Ghost is a Halloween movie, firstly. And secondly, I just think the story that's built up for her to be a good person, to then have her unleashed on the world, incredible turn of events.
My 2nd is Sarah Ravencroft.
No way.
Because I was originally gonna put just the pumpkin demons from Witch's Ghost, and then I thought they're kind of, I want to say improved upon in Happy Halloween, because they're not as creepy, but there's more variety with them in terms of what they can do, their abilities. But then I thought, well, they're clearly simple and heavily inspired by or something. But then I thought, well, who made the original spooky pumpkins? Well, Sarah Ravencroft did, and all the powers, the fact that I love the Witch's Ghost movie. Yeah, so yeah, Sarah Ravencroft, number 2.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so now we're up to our top 1, and we've never agreed this much.
What about honourable mention?
You do this every time.
What?
We're now just
no, because you
do
always
this every time.
No,
you don't trust that I have my process.
No, it just scares
Shut
me.
up.
I don't say that because this is a nice holiday, and you don't want to trigger people.
Just shh. I have a process, and you interrupt that process every time.
Okay, come on then.
JB's gonna be banned. Okay, so we're starting this again. This is how this was meant to go if JB wasn't rude and didn't interrupt. Okay, so we're now up to the top spot, and it's very rare that we've agreed this much, but I doubt we're going to agree on the top number 1. But also, before we get there is of course some ones that could have been contenders for the top 5. So for me, the kind of feels that I'm getting would be like, you know, the kind of band that returns in Legend of the Vampire, where the 3 of them kind of fly around as...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
I thought you were talking about the Hex Girls.
No, and I also really like Velma and Frank and Creepy. Like, I feel like that was just a really good, like, almost Velma Halloween costume, which I really enjoy. But for me, the kind of standout Halloween villain, definitely a huge part of my childhood and really prominent, is Marcy's pumpkin robots. They are 100% my number 1, and honestly the first thing I think of when I think of Scooby Halloween.
Okay, I like that a lot, and we definitely don't agree at all on honourable mentions, because I have gone with the scariest, like the ones that have chilled me to my core, but kind of fail on the enjoyability. Well, not on the enjoyability, on the Halloween factor.
See, I wanted to go there, but then I was like, oh, we talked about doing a top 5 scariest.
No, because these wouldn't
like,
make it on there, which will come clear soon, because these haven't been seen a great deal. So, my first honourable mention is the Moat Monster from the start of Zombie Island. You know, the big green ogre. because it's very scary. It does damage to a member of Mystery Inc. to the point that it opened up Zombie Island with that, you know, this is serious, this is gonna get real. So the moat monster is super creepy, super enjoyable. It just isn't Halloweeny, and it isn't there for a great deal of time. Exact same thing, and this is, I think, a unique one for us. The deleted ghost clown from Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. Because that thing, I would say, looked scarier than any Pennywise we've got. It is bone-chilling, and the thing is, it is Halloweeny in the fact that the ghost clown phenomenon is synonymous with Halloween. It's scary. Again, the kind of fear of clowns is the most common fear. It's just the fact that we don't even get to see a lot of it. It's just the position that we're in means that we've got a hint of what it could have been and a glimpse of what it looks like. So it wouldn't be fair for me to put it in the top 5 itself, because one, we haven't seen it, and two, literally not everyone has seen it.
See, for me, from that clip,
I mean, if you do want to see a clip of it, that clip is on the channel. An interview with the actor who was going to play the ghost clown is on the channel, so we have got knowledge on
it. For me, from that clip, Chicken Statin was kind of scary. You know their line where Velma runs off screaming?
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
But the fact that we've even uncovered that footage is crazy. It's just that was there. Now, my last honourable mention is a goofy one, right? And it's personal. And you're going to laugh at me. But Captain Cutler's Ghost. Maybe I could have even boosted that up after Trick or Treat. It's just the Captain Cutler's Ghost episode, A Clue for Scooby-Doo, is the reason why I didn't watch Scooby-Doo Where Are You a lot as a child. Because seeing that with the like sound effect, for some reason that really spooked me as a child. So because Captain Cutler's Ghost traumatized me, it made it onto the honorable mentions. But my top Halloween Scooby-Doo monster of all time is the Scarecrow robots. So we have agreed on 3, 2, and 1. Which is crazy. Because hand on heart, that wasn't intentional. Like, I didn't check out anyone's list. Like, genuinely, I just absolutely love them because, one, they get the effect of the Mystery Inc. monsters from Trick or Treat because there's a load of them. And there is sinister moments. I do think the episode doesn't do them a great deal of favours in portraying them as particularly menacing, especially when it gets to the point where they start hosing them down. But before that moment, the fact that they can change each other's, like, their hands to the point where you can get them swinging a scythe at Mystery Inc. It doesn't really get much more Halloweeny than that. Like, the robots are just fantastic, and even though the episode is a bit wishy-washy for me, like, just the iconography of Mystery Inc. running through a corn maze, well, one of the scarecrows has a fork, another one has a scythe. Like, to me, that is literally a Scooby-Doo Halloween in its purest form.
Not only that, but like they do that kind of corn circles thing that's meant to be affiliated with aliens that people can buy into a little bit, and yeah, it's a good story.
So I guess let's do our breakdowns. Let's do a kind of run through of all the ones that we've had before. This is purely, I guess, to make our list known, and I guess for people to easily understand what we've said, and also to chime in by themselves. So if you do have a top 5 list of monsters that you enjoy for Scooby-Doo's Halloween, please let us know in the comment section.
Okay, so my 5th place was the Ghost Clown, followed in 4th by the Space Cuke, 3rd was Luna Ghost, 2nd Sarah Ravencroft, and in 1st was Marcy's Pumpkin Robots.
Okay, so 5th, the Headless Horseman, 4th, the Mystery Inc. Monsters, 3rd, the Luna Ghost, 2, Sarah Ravencroft, and 1, the Scarecrow robots, which is crazy. You know, I want to do one more top 5 Halloween list before the end of the season, and there's a few ideas that I've had, and I don't really know. So, I don't know, we will think of it, no doubt, but if anyone in the comments has an idea of a top 5 Scooby-Doo Halloween list that we can do, please let us know, because we want to hear your suggestions. the reason why we've done so many of these in such quick succession is because there's always such high engagement on them. The views have always been like amazing, so of course we want to keep on giving everyone the content that they want. So do let us know. I've got a few ideas rattling around in the old brain, but if anyone has a suggestion, then obviously I'll follow what the people want. So, Millie, wish everyone a happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
And please like, comment, and subscribe.
JB and Millie.